It's Ashleigh from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome to Fail Friday, the series in which I fix your baking fail, my baking fail, or I tell you how to avoid a fail. And today, for some reason, when I was making this dramatic kind of dark Valentine's Day cake, I, for some reason, had a lot of different fails. So everything was going completely fine when I was making and crumb coating this cake, but then things started to go a little bit downhill. And the reason that I'm showing you this video today is because I have made a lot of cakes, but I still have fails that happen from time to time. And I'm going to show you how I get through those fails. So as you saw there, the first fail is this buttercream coat here. It's really important to have enough buttercream coverage. And I always find when I don't put enough on in the first place, then I end up swirling that cake around and around and around until I get it right. Now, you find that you're doing this over and over and you still can't get it, just pop it back into the fridge, let it solidify up a bit, and try again. My second fail is this buttercream palette technique. Now, what I was trying to do was I was trying to create those pop-out flowers. Now, I know that the correct way to do it is to take your buttercream and put it onto a piece or a slab of something, and then collect up the buttercream little by little so you create ripples with your buttercream, and that way it's easier to apply to your cake. But that being said, it's not the only way to do it, so I was trying to kind of come up with a fun new technique or way of doing it, but it was really late at night, and for some reason I just couldn't visualize it properly. But I tried and tried and tried again, and this is where fail number 3 comes in. So of course, if you have an order due, then there's really nothing you can do about it. You kind of just have to keep trying. But I will say that allowing yourself some space and some time from your cake is a good idea, especially when it's not working out. And actually, after looking at this footage now, I actually am happy with that rose right there, but I get rid of it because I've been looking at that cake for too long. I think one of the reasons as well that I end up getting rid of that is because the buttercream texture wasn't as good as it was before. And that's because my house is fairly cold right now because it's winter, so my buttercream is solidifying a lot faster. So you do want to make sure that you check in from time to time on your buttercream texture. If you need to re-whip, or maybe you need to put it back on the stove if it's Swiss meringue buttercream or Italian meringue buttercream, then make sure that you do that before applying it to your cake. So now it's time for the fix, and most of these fixes are really just me kind of switching gears and allowing myself to do something different. So after my buttercream fully solidified in the fridge again, now I'm applying this stencil here and putting on some buttercream. I really want this to kind of be modern and fresh looking. I don't want it to be a perfect stencil, so I'm just applying it haphazardly. Then I'm adding on some sugar sprinkles to give it a little bit of glam. I bet you thought the fails were over, but surprise, I have one more. And yes, this is due to my total lack of planning. So even though I was allowing myself to do what it is that I wanted to, I still kind of was playing around with things, and I wasn't happy with this buttercream on the top until I finally decided to just go full on Valentine's with this and do some buttercream hearts. Now, I have to say that the more experienced you are, the better you know yourself as a baker as well. And ordinarily, I really feel like I know I personally need pictures for inspiration. But for some reason, I didn't take out any inspiration photos, and I really feel like if I had, it would have saved me time. But sometimes I get into this cake zone where I forget about all of the basics and the things that I know. And I know that sometimes that happens to us when we're doing a lot of orders. Now, I'm not doing a lot of orders. This cake was really just for fun, so I have no excuse other than the fact that it was kind of late at night. In the end, I was really pleased with the way this turned out. I just love those buttercream hearts on the side, and I love that addition of gold leaf. Whenever I have gold leaf available, you guys know, I end up putting it on my cakes. I absolutely love it. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if you've ever been in a situation where you started with cakes or cookies that you didn't really like, but then it ended up turning out to be awesome. This is a 6-inch chocolate cake with Italian meringue buttercream completely made from scratch. It also has that edible gold leaf, a lot of buttercream detail, and it also has the fondant flowers. So I would charge $120 Canadian. Now, I get a lot of comments on my videos regarding pricing and how I come up with it and what my hourly rate is. But I think this is a great video to demonstrate why an hourly rate doesn't actually work that well for me in terms of pricing. Ordinarily, this wouldn't take me that long to make, but because I had so many issues throughout making this cake, it took me a lot longer. So rather, I like to charge based upon what the actual cake calls for in terms of skills. And the difficulty of that skill plays into how much that cake will cost. And if you manage to master that skill and you're able to do it very quickly despite its difficulty, I still wouldn't be lowering the prices for that because it took you a long time to be able to get to that place. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading daily, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. And be sure to submit your baking fail, and it could be fixed by next Friday. Bye!